よ。キルちゃん。
You better back off, girlfriend.
Hey guys, it's Zorvax here.
Oh shit, it's time to play. Dude, I'm so hyped. So excited.
Roadhouse.
That's fine. I get that, but you're wrong and I hate you.
Alrighty. What's up, guys? How are you doing? Kami, Pew Pew, Corvina, and King. How's everybody doing today? I missed a lot of chat while I was getting things ready. Good to see you guys. I hope you're all having a good day. Scooch this just a little bit over there. Started playing Demon Hunter so far. The class seems pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I always try out the new, whenever they release a new class, I always try it out and see how I like it. And I enjoyed it. I played it quite a bit. I just kind of fell off of it, as I also tend to do. But yeah, it's a cool class. Oh, I saw your tweet. Oh god, which one? I tweeted a bunch of stuff before I went live. What's this? Oh, this is the creative director of Google Stadia who put out the really bad take that streamers should have to pay licensing to developers and publishers for their games to stream them. The thing that Pew linked asked about why Nintendo is able to endlessly iterate the same franchises multiple times in each and every generation. He replied, "You want my real answer? I think there's a subtle racism in the business, especially on the journalist side, where Japanese developers are forgiven for doing what they do. I think it's condescending to do this." Like, really? That's what it is, guys. We don't enjoy this. We don't enjoy the games that they're putting out. We just don't like white developers. That's all it is. I wish somebody would have told me that beforehand. It all makes sense now. Bonte, what's up, dude? Yeah, apparently he's full of bad takes. Not to mention he's the supposed creative director of Google Stadia, and we all see how good Google Stadia is going. It's more than a hot take. We need a new word. Oh god, that's just like, even Nintendo came around. They were very anti YouTube videos and streaming of their games, and even they came around after realizing, yeah, this is really good for us. So and I mean, we all know how far in the past Nintendo likes to stay. It's just crazy that, I mean, sometimes I swear, like with this guy, I know it's not the case, but sometimes I swear people put out these takes just because they know that it'll put a ton of eyeballs on them. In this case, I think this dude was genuinely serious, which is honestly even funnier. But I return with maple tea. Welcome back, Kami. Appreciate you guys. Groove, baby, how you doing? Those clout takes, yeah. I know a lot of people do that. Just put it out there because they want, even if they get ratioed, they know that tons of people are seeing it, so they're like, yeah, whatever. But this guy, I 100% believe that he believes what he's saying, which makes it all the more funny and worse. That does sound amazing. I enjoy tea now and again. Crystal makes me tea sometimes, especially when I was dealing with my my sore throat issues and whatnot. What is ratioed? Basically, when somebody puts out something really bad or really stupid, and they get like way more replies than they do likes or retweets, because everybody's just replying to tell them that they're dumb or that their take is wrong or whatever else. Like that's basically what it means. Like, people are not liking it or retweeting it, they're just saying that you're wrong. Yeah, basically people giving you more shit than folks liking it, exactly. When I had a bad chest infection, I used like a jar and a half of honey. Yeah, anytime I would get my allergy, like sore throats, she'd make me some tea with honey and stuff in it, and it always helped. Or someone else reply overtakes the person, say, yeah. It's always great when someone like quote tweets it, and that ends up getting like, you know, 10 times as many likes as the original one did, because nobody agreed with the original one. It's just crazy, man. Like, I know that again, I just go back to say, if Nintendo could even come around on it, anyone can. I mean, look at Fall Guys, look at Among Us. You know, look how those games blew up because of Twitch, and look how much money they have made because of Twitch. Like, you don't really need to say much more than that. It's really autonomy. Autonomy, what? It's 100% maple syrup, and yeah, because it's natural and not just sugar. It's like when you get the honey packets at a fast food joint and it's not real honey, it's just like flavored sugar syrup, basically. I mean, that's essentially what it is, let's be real. But I mean, that's kind of most of the things we consume are loaded with sugar. I bought some cheap syrup and I was betrayed. The betrayal. It was the taste of betrayal. Sugar-free syrup, the flavor is a bit different than regular. I'm gonna give it a shot, yeah. Had fruit sucrose in it and it was gross. Interesting. Yeah, everything's so loaded with sugar. We try to find things that are either sugar-free or like no sugar added, you know, just has like the natural sugar in it as best as we can, because there's just so much sugar in everything. We were having that discussion one day because what was this, some kind of bread, like the bread at Subway or something, had so much sugar in it that they couldn't even classify it as bread because it had way too much sugar in it. It's like, that's really bad. And there was something else too that was similar to that. What is it like? Hershey's chocolate is the same way. It's not considered real chocolate because it's not, whatever the ratio of it, it's more sugar than anything. Whereas like overseas, like in the UK and stuff, their chocolate is completely different from that. Kami would know that. A Subway bread killed me, right? You're basically eating a sandwich served on cake bread. That's pretty bad. I haven't been to Subway in years. They're everywhere though. They're even putting one up down the road from our house, which is crazy. We live in the middle of nowhere, and they put up a new Shell gas station not too long ago, and they put up a Subway sign next to it. So you can't escape them. Hawaiian pizza was healthier than plain cheese pizza. Yeah, Chris loves Hawaiian pizza. I like it too. It's just not, it's not my go-to. I used to have Subway from time to time, but Subway is one of those things that once you try a sandwich shop, like a local sandwich shop or most other sandwich shops, you kind of realize that like you can get usually more for the same amount of money or less money. Like I started going to this place in town called Baldino's, and it's basically like I pay maybe a couple dollars more than Subway, but I get a bigger sandwich and it's a nicer, like fresher sandwich. Well, that's what I'm saying, Kami, is like Subway is everywhere. Like you can throw a rock and hit a Subway, and that's why it's so convenient and so many people go there. It's not a bad thing. And we're kind of the same way with where we live. You really can't be picky about where you go to eat because we have so few choices. Yeah, only restaurant, that's going to be the only restaurant that's close to us without driving to the nearest town, which is, yeah, 15 to 20 minutes. I already have a monk, and since I've seen Warlock as a multi-pet class, and I made that too. Nice. Yeah, hunters can have 2 pets now too if you're Beast Mastery. Supermarkets have kind of forced any indie store to close, so butchers die. Yeah, see, that really sucks. Move to a big city then? No thanks. Rather not. But yeah, I know how that goes, Kami, because it's the same way like here. All the smaller places tend to close because they just can't compete with the chains and the big stores. Have nothing with Super Rowan yet, they just put a Subway in. I mean, it's a smart place because it is off of the highway, like the interstate exit. So like it's a really good place for one, because there's really nowhere else to eat. So if you're just stopping off, you might be like, hey, let's get a sandwich. Oh, Reaver, what's up, dude? How you doing, my friend? I'm digging that new 3DS XL. Pretty sweet. I have a 2DS. I don't have a 3DS though. Hunter added to the list. A lot, Pew. A lot changed since Wrath of the Lich King. Everything changed. Town was recently demoted to a village because it doesn't have the necessary stores to be a town. I know how that is. The place where my father lived and my grandfather and them still live, the closest town to them is actually a village because same thing, it's too small to be considered anything bigger than a village. There's like, I think a small store, a school, a bar, and like a few other things, and that's basically it. Interstate is 2.5 miles, so it's shocking we've never had a restaurant before. Yeah, I mean the interstate exit right there is the only exit for the closest bigger towns, or they're small towns, but still. So like it would make sense for them to build that exit up because there is a lot of people who get on and off the interstate there. Shadow, yeah, I saw Shadow is like second highest in DPS right now. It's crazy. I can never avoid it, Pew Pew. I always end up playing everything. Cities are drawing the youngins away, so less population. Population actual time of living is like 93. Yeah, it's really small. But we're not, yeah, we're not even in that town. We're like, yeah, it's about 7 miles away from it. But in the town, the bigger town is only bigger because that's the college is there where I work. So if it weren't for the university being there, that would just be another small town with nothing in it. I think the college population is as high, if not higher, than the city population. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's the only reason why it's even that big. Yeah, I mean, you have to be listed in like a city or whatever for your address, and that's the closest one. You're like 40 away from being a hamlet. I want to live in a hamlet. We need to get some people to move out. Where do you live? Oh, I live in the nice hamlet down the road. Yes, you should come by sometime. Yes. Get one of those old-timey pubs. I could be the one to open it. It'll be great. Get one of those old jukeboxes that only works when you hit it on the top. It'll be great. No, honestly, like I didn't know what I wanted to play, which is why we're just kind of sitting here chatting for a bit. I didn't really honestly feel like playing anything. I didn't really feel like playing much yesterday either when we got home and everything. I just kind of messed around on WoW for a little bit and just hung out. You just have times like that, you know, where you just don't really, you look forward to your free time so you can do stuff, and then once you have it, you're kind of like, I don't really feel like doing that. So there's that old man who's been there since 8 a.m. reading the newspaper with a pint. Yeah. Hey, beer is a breakfast drink, okay? It's fair. It's fair. I mean, I think beer actually did originate as like something that people drank with their breakfast, but I don't do that. I don't think I've ever drank before like mid-afternoon at the earliest. Ton of rural areas and dirt roads and farmland out here, so if you count all of us aren't actually kind of the town. Yeah. Yeah, it's cause yeah, it's all farmland and like empty space. Cause it's all out in the country. Just grinding my warrior, yeah. Yeah, I mean WoW was always a safe option. Because you can just kind of chill and chat and have some fun. Beers drank more because the water was garbo. See? I can use that excuse. We have well water, and say that the beer is better. But yeah, it's just and then Twitch, all the stuff going on with Twitch. I don't know how much of any of this you guys keep up with, but I know most of you probably remember all the DMCA stuff that went down a while ago, a few months back, when I decided to start moving everything over to YouTube and deleting it off Twitch so that I didn't have stuff on Twitch because of the DMCA stuff. And used to drink the water from Thames where the sewer went into. Oh god. Yeah, we use bottled water, and we have like a filter water pitcher and stuff. Tell me about what's come back to streaming Monday and my music choices is stressed as an artist because I gotta be inspired. Exactly. So like, yeah, so there was that whole thing where the DMCA stuff happened, and like everyone kind of had a bit of a panic moment and said, okay, most of us said we need to do something about this, and living that DMCA subsequent movie film life now. God. Crazy to think how things was back in the day. Just imagine shitting on a bucket and just dunking it out of your balcony. Oh my god. That's so good. Hey, imagine like being a servant in a castle who actually had to just like empty those whatever they had. Oh, I'm gonna quote that. Chamber pots or whatever the hell they were called. Because then it wasn't even yours, it was everyone else's. Deleted what few clips I had just in case, yeah. So yeah, I mean, so there was that whole scare, and then most of us adapted, you know, deleted our stuff, made sure that we only used stuff that we were allowed to use. Like I used Pretzel Rocks, which if you haven't heard of it, it's a great little music service that all the music on there, they have the rights for you to use it with your stream and all, and you're covered on everything. And you know, there's a free membership and a premium membership, and if you use the free membership, it just like posts in your chat what the song is and like a link and stuff, and the premium version doesn't do that, which is what I use, and it's been great. And they're still working on adding more stuff to it, so it's not complete. Like they're adding more. And then if you guys haven't seen my retweets, there's Popsky, who's a Twitch partner and a good friend of mine. I was part of his stream team for a while. That he does all his own music and he provides it to everyone, is allowed to use it for their streams and everything. And right now you can actually download pretty much all of his music for free, or just like pay what you want for it. So if you're looking for some good stuff in there, Pew Pew actually linked one of his songs and I downloaded it. Hold on, where is it? It was a remix. I just gotta figure out where it went to. Downloads. Let's see, it'd probably be under Papsky. You guys should recognize this. It's Bubblegum KK, but it's a remix. He made it himself. So good. But yeah, Popsky, everyone's allowed to use his music. He's got a ridiculously large catalog on Bandcamp. So I would suggest if you're looking for something a little more curated, that's a good option. Because you can like make your own playlist from it and everything. There's a link to his tweet. 300 plus songs, and he has 63 alerts that you can get for free or pay what you want, and they're all stream safe. He's got a lot of good songs. I've used them to play on stream. I've used them in my YouTube videos. I've used them as background music in my podcasts, like you name it. Yeah, the pump, the well pump. So yeah, there's a well, the pump brings the water up to us. So with no power means no pump, which means no water. Which, I mean, it does suck in that case, but it's nice not having a water bill anyway. But yeah, then you have Pretzel, which you can just basically pick a station, and play. I usually just stay on the synthwave station because it has a lot of good tunes, but they've got I think quite a few stations. Ambient, upbeat, epic, happy, chill, synthwave, chiptune, EDM, rock, mixed, holiday, hip hop, pop, hype, and I think there's more on the way too. But I mean, it's pretty good shit. I like it. Yeah, rural living. That's there's no water and sewage system out this far. Because, you know, in a city you have a infrastructure, water and sewage. When you're out in the country, you have to basically do it yourself. If you were to go and buy land somewhere out here, you would have to have somebody come out and find a spot on your property like a professional well digger and dig a well and put in a pump system and all that for you to have water. And then for the sewage, you have to have a septic tank installed. Looking like it's on the cusp of being too far out, although it's going to be held next year. They built a strip mall right next to my housing estate. Oof. Yeah, that's definitely going to bring a lot of people. We were kind of worried about that because years and years ago they said they were going to build up around the interstate, and they actually started doing a lot out there, but then it kind of stopped. They built up the roads, and they built like some more roads, and they put up a big water tower, and they were putting in all kinds of infrastructure, and then they just kind of stopped. They were supposed to be running the water actually from the nearby town all the way out to there too, and I don't know if they ever finished that or not. But anyway, so we got off track. So back to the DMCA stuff. So now that I've given you guys some good options to use on your streams, basically the other day another thing came up where a lot of people, especially partners and especially people who've been around for a long time, basically got an email from Twitch saying that we deleted a bunch of your content because of DMCA and deal with it, essentially. Like they tried to make it out like they were doing the streamers a favor by doing this, and it didn't go over that well, because when you have a DMCA claim against you, you're supposed to be told what it's for. Used to work at a house with a septic tank, they never emptied it ever. Oh god. But yeah, so when you get, like, if you post something on YouTube and you get a DMCA claim or a copyright claim, whatever, it tells you what it's for. It tells you where at in the video it is, it tells you what, you know, what song or whatever it is, and who filed the claim against it, right? Well, on Twitch, they don't do that. Normally, they just mute that section of the VOD and call it a day. This time, they said, oh, we're just deleting all your content. Sorry. And that was that. So, people who have had, like Man vs. Game, who have been around forever, essentially are now going to lose all of their VODs that they've had stored for 10 years or whatever. And I retweeted Man vs. Game's tweet on that. 10 plus years of VODs, man. 10 years. No specific information as to what triggered the DMCA notice or how many. Nothing. For fuck's sake, Twitch, you knew this was coming for years. How were you not better prepared? Can't help feeling that you've left your creators high and dry here. And he's right. Yeah, I mean, what other choice does he have, though? I mean, because that's the thing, like, this should have definitely been dealt with by Twitch a long time ago. I feel that basically rebuild the entire system of the house and look at them on 13 floors, first few floors, smell like shit for weeks. Oh god, that's horrible. I mean, yeah, DMCA is tough, and it's not the claims are not Twitch's fault nor really their problem, because DMCA is law and they have to abide by it, otherwise they get in trouble. But the fact of the matter is like YouTube has a ton of tools to deal with it as a creator. Who's watching 10-year-old VODs? For Man vs. Game, you'd be surprised how many people watch his old VODs. I used to go and watch his old videos. I loved watching old Man vs. Game videos because they're so fun and nostalgic to watch. Like if you've been on Twitch for, you know, I've been on Twitch for over 7 years now, probably close to 8 years now. So going back and watching those VODs, like, to me is really nostalgic and I really enjoy it. Obviously not everybody is in the same boat as Man because he's been around for so long, but even still, it's just the point. Like, if I put a video on YouTube and it has copyrighted content, it tells me what the content is, where in the video it's at, who claimed it, and it gives me the option to either mute all of the audio for that timeline, attempt to mute just the music with their new tool. It tries to just mute the music and not your voice, which is pretty cool. Or you can trim out that whole section of video if you want to. For Twitch, you have nothing. There's nothing that you can do besides delete it. That's it. That's the problem. Typically go back and watch the VOD. Yeah, I watch people's VODs all the time. And yes, partners, some partners have theirs last forever. Duck Sauce had the same arrangement where his VODs were never deleted. Man was probably the same way. And yes, highlights do last forever, and you can highlight an entire stream and then it saves it forever. When you really enjoy creating, you like to watch VODs, whether for the game or they're playing due to nostalgia. Yeah, well, like Groove, for instance, I go back and watch your VODs when I miss them because I'm at work or because I just, you know, can't watch for whatever reason, because I want to catch up on the stream and what I missed and, you know, all that. For that, yeah, I understand not a lot of people are probably going back 5 years to watch a random VOD, but when it comes to somebody like Man vs. Game, or maybe Co-Carnage, or, you know, one of these people who have been around for a long time, it can be fun to go back 5, 6, 7, 10 years and watch and see what their stream was like back then. You know, see how their style may have changed, or, you know, their obvious production value has changed over the years, things like that. It's fun. What an ass kisser, I know. Talking about other streamers. Oh no. Next we're going to be using their emotes in chat. From what? Oh, I get it. No, I get it now. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying. You are. Especially if it's a game you wanted to see them stream, but you missed it. Yeah, that's another good one too. Oh, I don't put anything at all past Twitch. Like, it wouldn't surprise me in the least if they are doing this specifically to push that. The fact that they did it, the reason why people are so upset is because you're supposed to be told why you're getting the notice or the claim or whatever. Like, that's part of the DMCA law, is that when they send you the notice about it, it's supposed to tell you all that information, which is what it does on YouTube. And none of them got any information. It was just like, hey, we just deleted a whole bunch of your stuff because of this, but we can't tell you why, we can't tell you what, can't tell you when. It just happened. Never got anything about a music service. Guessing it's a bot scanning on BAM, but so are you talking about when people get like the DMCA claims, or like when people get a claim or a notice? Launch there, we pay our artisan exposure music service, yeah. Which that's why I like Pretzel, because I pay them. I pay for the premium service, which I started it before the price went up to $15 a month. I paid for it was only $4.99 a month, so I still pay that price. But I pay that price, and then they actually pay the creators as well. Only people that are part of the hype train. Oh god. Yeah, that's the Twitch music thing. Yeah. It's like their version of what Pretzel is, except for not. They're not paying anybody for it. They're just essentially curating a list that you can use. Yeah, that's the whole thing, is like Twitch is only responsible for the content that's on their website. So if a claim is filed, it goes to Twitch because it's on their website, and it's their responsibility to deal with it. But how they deal with it is completely up to them. Which is why YouTube has all these tools for you to deal with it. Otherwise, the person who claims it can either take all the revenue from it, they can block it, or they can straight up have, like, they're gonna have the whole video blocked. So like, say I put up a video, I used to do this all the time because I used to make WoW videos just for fun, and I'd put copyrighted music in them just because it was fun and I thought it was cool, and I wasn't trying to make money off of YouTube. But when I would post it, I would get the notice of the claim. Let me see if I can pull up the studio if it still shows it. It gives you like a notice of the claim, and it basically tells you, what your options are for it. How do I filter this to copyright claims? Okay, so it says copyright claim, copyright summary, and status. Okay, so we have right here, it shows content used, it shows the song name, the artist, and the point in the video, content found during 7 minutes 39 seconds through 8 minutes 19. Exactly. Okay, so it gives me all that information. Then it says what the impact on the video is. The video cannot be monetized, and any ad revenue from the video is going to that copyright owner. Okay, that's what this person or this company has decided to do for their claim. And if you're fine with it, you don't have to do anything else. You just say fine, I don't care, you can take whatever money comes from the video, you can have it, I don't care, everybody's happy. Now, if you contest it, that's a whole different story. That's a legal issue, and that opens a big can of worms that you really should not do unless you're 100% positive that you have the right to use that content. Because people do sometimes, there are people in these bogus companies out there who try to claim stuff that they have no right to claim. And you might want to fight that, but you need to be sure when you do that that you have the right to contest it. And I think with Pretzel, I haven't super looked into it, but I think with Pretzel they pretty much guarantee it, that if you have any issues with copyright claims, you can pretty much contact them and they will help you deal with it. But point being, so going back to that, sometimes the impact on the video is different. Sometimes they might block the video. They might just be like, hey, we don't want our music to be used by anybody, so we're gonna your video is now blocked. Nobody can see it anymore. And at that point, again, all you can do is either contest it or you can delete the content. They give you the option to mute it or to clip it out or whatever else, and then again you're fine. And that's the whole point that I'm making with this, is it's not about the DMCA claims, because those aren't Twitch's fault nor necessarily their responsibility, but they can give us the tools that we need to better deal with them. But that's basically the whole the whole thing on that. So, you know, it's unfortunate that even if you try your hardest to not play something that you don't have the rights to play, you can sometimes just have things happen. Like if you're playing a game and a song comes on that might be part of the game's soundtrack that can end up getting you flagged for a copyright claim, like, and you would have no idea until it happened. So it's just it's tough. It's tough. And that's why when that whole thing went down months ago, I decided I am going to just move everything I have to YouTube and delete it off of Twitch, and I don't have to deal with it. By the way, what, Pew? Client just came back and goes, can you double the duration? Oh, is it like an animated thing? If you guys live that far away from city, can you guys get groceries delivered? No. We pretty much can't get anything delivered out here besides like mail and UPS and stuff. Adding to the conspiracy theory, I see people saying they got the email, but when they checked their content, nothing was deleted. I mean, as I said before, I wouldn't put anything past Twitch. I wouldn't put it past them doing that to just scare people into using their service, but there's really no way for us to know unless somebody within Twitch comes out and says it. Oh, it's that one. Awesome. That's so cool. I love the animation. We have an animation too. It's right there. That little guy right there. Look at him. Yeah. Also done by Kami. If you guys aren't following Kami, make sure you do so and check out his Patreon. Because around here we support our creators, our artists, and our musicians and stuff. So they're being patronized. Yeah, I saw the chat message from him. It's basically saying you should be thanking us for saving you from DMCA claims. Like, really, bro? Really? Royal, thank you for the host, dude. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, we've been chatting for almost an hour now, surprisingly enough. We were chatting a lot about Twitch and things that go around it. I don't even know what you saved me from. It's like that meme where it's like, my job here is done, but you didn't do anything. Kami is so busy being dapper, talented artist, handsome, and an animator. It's the quintuple threat, or the quadruple threat rather. There's probably another one in there too, though. How you doing, Spencer? Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, we've just been chatting. My degree was animation. I'm just finally using it. I love it. I think it adds such an extra like little flair to things. Yeah, we talked about that too. The tweet from the Google Stadia guy, because you know they're on the bleeding edge of what gamers want. But yeah, we talked about that at the beginning. and then we moved on to the DMCA nightmare that's continuing. But yeah, so I mean, that's all I'm gonna say to that now is just, you know, continue to be vigilant about not using copyrighted stuff if you can help it, and if the next best thing you can do to that is just don't keep any of your content on Twitch. Export it to YouTube or download it to your PC and save it and just delete it from Twitch, so then you don't have to worry about it. It sucks, it really does. I'm still trying to figure out how to download my 12-hour stream because I tried to use a tool to download it and I think it messed up. I think it must have glitched out at some point because it said it was supposed to be like 32 gigs and the finished amount was only 29, and I don't know. Don't understand what a creative director at Stadia does. What would your job even be? I don't know. Clearly, whatever it is, he doesn't seem to be doing a very good job at it. But I mean, again, this is coming from the same guy who apparently thinks that that people are racist for liking games from Japanese developers simply because they're, you know, Nintendo or whatever. Usually sectors design UI, design different formats, helping out other studios. Who here is keeping up with this YouTube videos? I'm behind by a few videos, I think. But yeah, I mean, most of like the Skull Monkeys videos, I was there for a lot of the streams, so I've probably seen them, but I've been trying to keep up with them. Yeah, he said that. Pew Pew linked it earlier in the stream. I forget exactly what the wording was, but he basically, it was about how like they released the same games with minor differences, and I forget exactly what the wording was, but yeah, he said it was like subtle racism. Yeah, somebody found that after he said the thing about we should be paying for licensing to stream the games. Are you paying the developers the right amount of money to use your platform? Yeah, exactly. I'm sure all of them are rethinking that, because I can't see any of them making any money off of Stadia this far. Not to mention, it's really rich coming from Google at all, considering they take, what, like 30% of developers' money on the Play Store or something like that, just to have it on the Play Store. Apple does the same thing. They take like a large cut off the top. Yeah, that was the tweet. Why Nintendo is able to endlessly iterate the same franchises multiple times, and he said it was because of subtle racism in business where Japanese developers are forgiven for doing what they do. So it's not that we like those games and those franchises enough that we want to keep playing them. It's just because they're Japanese, so that's why. To mention they leech off new sites, will sell like AMs so they get credit for the clicks, new sites. Yeah, I mean, it's... And, you know, not to mention all the data of ours that they mine and sell to companies and everything else. Like, we could go down the rabbit hole with that. But it's like... Most game developers and publishers want people to stream their games to the point where they pay the streamers to stream them. It's the opposite. He's saying that we should pay them to stream the games where they're paying the streamers to stream the games. When Apple's gone quiet. Oh, in January? Oh, okay. I mean, but it's free marketing, absolutely. I mean, again, I said it before, but look at Fall Guys, look at Among Us, look how they blew up because of Twitch, because of streaming them. Like, I get what they're saying for smaller streams. Yeah, it doesn't benefit them as much as it does us for like a stream like mine, okay? Averaging, you know, 8 to 10 viewers, whatever. Like, it's probably a bigger advantage to me than it is to them to be streaming their games. But it's the complete opposite when it's somebody who streams for 20,000 or 50,000 people. Like, it's way better for the game company because there's all these eyeballs now on their game. And how many of those people are going to go? They have data that proves that it drives sales to these games. And what would they think would happen if one of these companies decided that they were going to do that? Like, if you want to stream our game, you have to buy a license. Well, a lot of people just aren't going to stream your games anymore. Like, that's all that's going to change. And then that's less of the you know, people that are going to be seeing them. Got our first animation studio union in Canada. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. Among Us is a great example. Oh yeah, I'm definitely not saying that it's not valuable. I mean, it just, you know, it's more of like the ratio of, you know, how much does it help you versus them? And that's if you're being nitpicky. Because, like, you know, I don't really deal with them a lot too much anymore. But, like with Red Dragon, they sent me a bunch of stuff. My headphones, my 3 or 4 different mice, my keyboard, like all kinds of stuff. And, you know, in turn, I know that there's a fair amount of people within my community that bought Red Dragon stuff after that because of it. And at the time they were a smaller company, so it was a really good relationship for both of us. And of course, now that they've gotten bigger, I still have the my affiliate code and link, and people can buy stuff and all that. But we don't have as much of a working relationship as we used to anymore since they've gotten bigger, which it happens, you know, what can you do? But still, it's like there's always value there for sure. If you have a really good community of people who really trust you and trust your opinion on things, then there's absolutely value on that. It's just I was more so speaking to the value for them of someone like me streaming a game versus somebody like, you know, Co-Carnage or one of the big names streaming a game. Like, there's a difference in value there. Yeah, I mean, well, that's it. What is PewDiePie? What is any of the big people playing? It always is going to have a surge from that. Right, because you respond. Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing. Like, there's definitely that value there. It's different with movies, music, because you can get the same experience watching it. Watching on Twitch, you can watch it on Netflix. If a game, you have to buy it if you want to experience it, yeah. If you see a game being played, yeah, it's not the same as playing it yourself. You want to time yourself out? I think you just wanted the clout. I don't have a clout button, though. We recognize the clout. I can't bring myself to do it though. Pew Pew will definitely pull the trigger in a heartbeat. So yeah, I have all the stuff that I use pretty much is Red Dragon, my mouse, my keyboard, my headset, and I have Crystal's mouse that she uses, and I have a couple other ones floating around here somewhere that they've sent me to use. Oh, and another keyboard, a little wireless keyboard and stuff too. But they're good. The thing is that they're very inexpensive products, and they're just as good as, you know, most of your other ones. Like I've had Razer mice before, and other, you know, brand name ones, and they've lasted about the same amount, but Red Dragon stuff is half the price, which for me is a big thing. They contacted me because I had bought their mouse on Amazon for like, I think $11 or something. It was just a cheap regular old mouse, and I used it for like a year and it worked great. Never had a problem with it. $11. I was like, this is awesome. So I had it for about a year, and I'm like, well, I want to upgrade to an MMO style mouse with the buttons on the side, like the Razer Naga style mouse. And they had one for like $30. Well, the Razer Nagas are like $80. I'm like, okay, this is a big difference in price, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. So when I bought it, I tweeted my old mouse and my new mouse together, and I tagged Red Dragon. I was like, yeah, this has been great. They're super affordable, and they work really good. I knew Pew Pew would do it. So they actually reached out to me and like, hey, you know, if you'd like to work with us, we'd like to send you some stuff and you can try it out, and, you know, we can have this working relationship. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So they sent me another mouse, they sent me the keyboard, and then they sent me a couple other mice that they wanted me to try out, and like they sent me a form to fill out with all the stuff I thought about it and everything. And, you know, eventually the headset that I'm using, which actually does have a microphone, it's just detachable, and the microphone quality is really good too. This is turning into like a Red Dragon advertisement. It's not my intention, but they're really, really great products for the money, 100%. That's 5 minutes past pretty quick, I know. What a salad, I know, right? Gotta make those pennies, man. I should be paying Red Dragon for just allowing me to talk about them. That's how this works now. Yeah, it's just but no, I definitely would say check them out. They're great stuff, great products. Have you guys heard of Raid Shadow Legends? Oh my god, you can't go anywhere without hearing about Raid Shadow Legends. They must make a lot of money to be able to afford that much advertising. The mobile game market is insane with how much money they make, though. Yeah, I've never gotten into those kind of games myself, but like I see the appeal. 100%. I can't really get into mobile games. I always try. Idle games are what I play usually. I used to play some of those, like the Office Space idle game and stuff. Genshin Impact made 100 million in 1 month. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. If you put out a high quality, you know, really well made gacha game, it'll make that money 100%. Well, back, when was it? Years ago, wasn't it like Activision who bought King Games, who did like Candy Crush and stuff, for something like $4 billion? I forgot the exact details, but it was something crazy like that. No, I've never played Candy Crush. Never played it. What about your favorite? It's the same thing. It's We Bare Bears Candy Crush. It's the same thing. Play one idle game. I have some Cookie Clicker clone, but I had cats instead. Yeah, I played this like idle Office Space game for a while. It was pretty fun, but it just got really redundant. It was the same thing over and over and over. I didn't like Genshin really. I didn't even try it just because I knew I didn't have time to get into it. I prefer the real Breath of the Wild. We Bear Bears to Candy Crush. What? When Publican immediately crashed. Oh yeah, the whole Facebook game fad. I think they just shut down Farmville finally after like a decade. The new Disney Battler game. I don't think I heard of that one. This Facebook games just ran out and never came back, as it should have. Yeah, I saw something about that the other day, that they finally were shutting down the original Farmville. Candy Crush is just bad Bejeweled. Like, I enjoy a good puzzle game, but I don't really enjoy those kind of games because they are all about you can play so much and then you have to either pay or you have to wait. And that's what it comes down to. You either pay or you wait. And I don't like to pay. Have Disney Battle. This is just Bejeweled. Bejeweled was some fun stuff though. And Columns, you guys remember Columns? Was it on the Genesis, I think? Do not having an up-to-date tablet even 5 years ago because Flash support is ending. Oh wait, I just like totally skipped. I have never really had a chance to play the mobile games, yeah. Farmville shut down after 11 years because Flash support is ending, yeah. I mean, if they really wanted to, they could have brought it to the new age somehow, but I owned a smartphone once that was fairly new, but even then I just mostly played emulators. I just don't really get into phone games at all. Used to love the Bejeweled games, yeah. I used to play Bust a Move. That was a fun puzzle game. Tried to get into emulators on phone, but I never really enjoyed it. I did back when smartphones were kind of new, like 10 years ago, and I downloaded it's like a Game Boy or something emulator, and I was like, oh, this is the coolest thing ever. I can play Game Boy on my phone. And then the novelty kind of wore off. Neopets are updating their whole site to HTML5. That's what I'm saying. Like they could have updated it if they wanted to. But it's probably better for them to just cut the cord. Site is turning 22 this year, jeez. You need to have something as close to the original as possible, and I hate touchscreen controls on games that weren't designed for it. Absolutely. I can agree with that. Almost as old as you. That's true, I was. And it definitely did. Swing your actual Game Boy. I don't know what happened to my Game Boy. I used to have a Game Boy. It was not a Game Boy Color, but it was one of the newer Game Boys that was smaller and like blue. Just you and your wee Bear Bears. 1999. Oh man. Those were the days. Yeah, I have my PlayStation Vita, I've got my 2DS, and I've got my Switch. That's all I have for handheld systems. I never had like a Game Boy Advance or a DS or anything like that. I had gotten hardcore into PC gaming, and console gaming kind of took a backseat for a while. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my old Game Boy. I'm sure it's around somewhere, but I just like, I was so into PC gaming around the time of like the PS2 and the GameCube that I started to get more and more away from buying consoles, and I pretty much didn't buy handhelds at all. The Vita was the first handheld that I bought in a long time, and it ended up being a flop, unfortunately. Not because it was a bad system by any means, it was Sony's fault that it flopped. You're out DPSing a hunter? Ooh. It's happening to all the Flash games. Oh, Newgrounds. Man, I used to love those Newground minigames. Sure picked the winning team. The Vita is an amazing system. I will never concede on that. It is not the system's fault that Sony failed it. Like, the actual technical prowess of the system was great. It looked great. It worked great. The fact that I had the remote play where you could play your PS3 and 4 from the Vita, that was some high-tech shit, man. But I'm looking into getting it modded, doing the soft mod on it, and getting the cartridge thing that you can put an SD card into. I think I'm gonna do that with it. I mostly only use it to play PS1 games, if I'm being honest with you. I have a few, I don't even know where they're at now. A few Vita games. I've got the Metal Gear Solid collection, HD collection on Vita. I've got that PlayStation All-Stars game that was like Super Smash Brothers, but PlayStation. And then oh, Uncharted, the Uncharted Vita game. Those were the physical games that I had for it. Yeah, they had the Metal Gear Solid HD collection on Vita. I don't know where my Vita cases are. Are they down here? Can't see. I swore they were down. Those are Switch cases. Those are all Switch cases. Wait, hold on. Aha! I found them. I'm creating a mess in the process. There we go. So we got Metal Gear Solid HD collection, PlayStation Vita. Which is actually, I think it's in the console. Yeah, it's not in here. And then we've got Uncharted Golden Abyss, which actually was a pretty cool game. And PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, which was essentially like Super Smash Brothers with PlayStation characters, which was actually pretty fun too. I enjoyed it. Those are the only physical games I have for the Vita. But I do have like 10 PS1 games on my Vita. I've got like Resident Evil, Resident Evil 2, I think it's Resident Evil 2, Silent Hill, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy 6, Dino Crisis, shit, what else is on there? Command and Conquer maybe is on there. I've got a ton of PS1 games on it. How do they taste? I have no idea. I never licked my games. I mean, I understand it was expensive. It was what, like 350 bucks I think I paid for my Vita. It wasn't cheap. Show us. You guys want me to lick my Vita games? This is taking a turn I didn't expect. I just put them back away too. Alright, that's. I doubt that they're gonna taste like anything. They don't taste like anything. Sorry to disappoint. That was Uncharted. PlayStation All-Stars doesn't deserve to be licked. If I had Metal Gear Solid, that would have been the choice, but it's in the Vita, so. Because it's a privilege to lick Solid Snake. Damn it, go under there. The Vita and the Switch games are down there because I don't have enough room up here for any more games. So, like, they have to go down at the bottom. Stay. Stay, camera. Stop turning. Switch wins. We've been lied to. Yeah, they don't taste like anything. Gamer skill, I don't have any, so I won't even notice them. That's right. That was always the problem, man. The clapping of those cheeks always alerting the guards. If you guys haven't seen that video clip, I highly recommend it. Hold on, we gotta play it now. We gotta. Because if you haven't seen it, now is the time.
Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around, but I'm dummy thick, and the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards.
It's so good. There was another one too, hold on. I actually had this as an alert before.
Paid David Hayter.
No, I don't
okay,
want all
what could
this.
this
Hold
be?
on. Where is it? I just want the video part.
Vinny, this is Solid Snake. I'm told that you play a lot of Metal Gear games, and that you've developed a joke of telling Raiden, in Snake's voice, to squeeze your hog.
No,
So,
no.
I only have one thing to say. Raiden, squeeze my hog.
God damn it, David.
It's so good. Listening, they had, oh man, it's too long to watch, but they had was it The Night Before Christmas? Yes, The Night Before Metal Gear. Everybody. I can't play this because it's so long. But if you don't know, that's the voice actor for Liquid Snake. And they read The Night Before Metal Gear together, and it's amazing, but it's like 7 minutes long. And also, if you guys don't know, the voice actor, him, for Liquid Snake, also is the voice actor for the Blood Elves in World of Warcraft. All right, let's go back. What's this now? Oh, there he is.
Dear brother, look at you working here at Master Miller's. What is this place? Taco Town? Tacos are us? Anyway, this uniform thing, you wear it very well, just like a big boy. And that hat, what is that supposed to be? Is that a taco on your head? Ah, very jaunty indeed. No. I won't be eating.
No, come on.
I do have something for you, though, to eat. I brought it along. I'm just here to drive through the drive-through, you see. Here you are. There is some wonderful humble pie in there, as well as some crow. You can stick it in the microwave. All right, gotta go. See you, dear brother.
But yeah, it's funny. When Burning Crusade came out, like the Blood Elves, I kept saying like I recognize that voice and I don't know what it's from. And I kept thinking about it, and it finally hit me that it was the same, not only the same voice actor, but literally the same voice that he used for Liquid Snake. And then once you know that, the next time you play WoW and you hear a Blood Elf say something, you will not be able to unhear it. You'll notice it every time. But Crystal's taking the dog out right now, so I am going to go ahead and take my break. I've already been live for like an hour and a half, and all we've done is sit here and talk, which is awesome, because I like talking to you guys. It was like that with Jaina. Yeah, it's like that with a few of them. Once you recognize the voice, like, you can't. It's the same thing with Illidan. Whoever does Illidan's voice, I heard him in something else, and I'm like, I know that voice. And it took me a few minutes. I'm like, oh, it's Illidan. That's why. Liquid! You're pretty good. I need that as a sound effect. Yeah, you're pretty good. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Hang tight, and we'll probably play a game when I come back. Maybe I'll think about it. Alrighty. We back. Oh yes, Better Twitch TV and Frankerface Z are like Twitch extensions that add emotes and other cool functions to the chat. But that's where all the GIF emotes come from. Which would be another great feature if they could add support for that. There you go. And if you go to your Better Twitch TV settings, it's under chat settings. You can enable the emote button. Which I think I might have just screwed myself here because I opened it and now I can't close it because of my stream chat window so small. I might have to undock this really quick so I can make it bigger. But yeah, you can turn the emote button on and then that will let you actually see all of the emotes that are available within the Better Twitch TV thing. Yeah, I love the bear. Yeah, Bear Wiggle is great. And I'm glad that you guys have been enjoying just chatting. I think about doing that sometimes just because there's honestly times where like I don't really feel like playing anything. I think everybody has those moments where you kind of don't really feel like playing a game. You just kind of want to hang out. But I never know if anyone would actually enjoy just sitting here and talking to me. I love the cat one. It's such a good one. Cat Jam. Check DMs. Thank you, Pew Pew. I have to download that. If you can get Ocelot saying you're pretty good, I'll take that one too. You know where he goes, you're pretty good. That'd be a good one to have. Because I say that all the time. Casually brushing teeth and watching. A nightly routine. Weekends are not unexpectedly free for all. I'd like to add more stream to the weekly schedule. Yeah, it's a good idea. Like I said, I think about it sometimes. I just never really do it. Sometimes we have sessions like these at the beginning or the end of a stream where we just kind of hang out and chat, but I don't usually do it for like an entire stream. That's hard to find. What am I paying you for, Pew Pew? Sheesh. I'm not paying you. I'm getting paid. I try to just chat and be me by myself for 2 hours because I stream it all the time. I was gonna say like I would be there, but a lot of times you start streaming like right when I'm about to leave work, or you stream like way late at night. And I remember I got up one morning and it said you had streamed at like 1 in the morning or something my time, and I was like, what? Paying you an exposure. That's right, you're not getting the exposure bucks. I stream in the morning and Americans are asleep. Yeah, same. Like I would come by commie streams like if I'd have a morning when I was doing paperwork or something and I could like have one screen or just listen in the background. Yeah, those time zones. Yeah, Royal's like a couple hours behind us. And of course, you and Pew Pew are way far ahead of us. So a lot of people I'm interested in watching but aren't streaming when I'm around. Yeah, it's difficult. Especially like, you know, you work full time. Like I work, you know, full-time job. I come home, we eat dinner and then I stream right away. So then I'm streaming for say, you know, 3 hours. And then I have a little bit of time before I go to bed. that I want to just kind of relax, and like if I can, I'll try to watch some streams in that time, and that's like kind of my window to do it. Again, unless I'm at work and like I'm doing paperwork and I can have somebody stream open while I'm doing that. It was coding at like 12:30 a.m. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or like you start your stream when it's like 4 or so my time and I'm getting ready to leave work for the day. Apparently we're forgoing time changes next year. No more moving forward and backward in time. Yeah, Crystal and I were just talking about that. That they voted on it here, but it didn't pass. Because it's about to be time for it to go back again. Well, yeah, that's it too. You do really need time to just chill and like relax, and I'll watch streams and I'll sometimes just not really chat because I'm just like, you know, I'm kind of in wind down mode at that point.
You're pretty good.
I knew you could find it.
You're pretty good.
Thank you, Pew Pew. Appreciate that. I catch myself saying that all the time. Farmers aren't running at dawn till night. Yeah, well that's the thing. It doesn't even make sense anymore because our farmers usually farm at nighttime. Like, I think because of the heat. But yeah, they'll be running at nighttime almost exclusively with the big light rigs on the tractors. Low-key, have tried to stream during your lunch break so you're not bored at work. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like when I'm on lunch break, I'll either watch, you know, Groove or Bonte or like whoever's on at the time. I'll have them on while I'm like eating my lunch and stuff. Like if anybody's on while I'm on my lunch break, I'll watch too. And that's the thing, like lurking is really the backbone of Twitch, man. Like it's great to chat and to have people to chat with, but a lot of times like you might just be relaxing and kind of winding down, you don't really feel like being sociable, or maybe you're playing your own game at the time and you're watching and you're listening, but you can't sit there and chat all the time because you're also playing your own game. Like there's a lot of reasons why people lurk. I've had folks tell me like they put the stream on their TV, you know, while they're playing a game and they can't really chat. So again, like, I mean, I love having lurkers. I love having people who just want to be there and hang out even if they're not talking. I won't lie and say that it's hard sometimes to stream when you don't have anyone to talk to because you feel like you're just sitting there talking to yourself for hours on end, but yeah, they do all their picking up and stuff at night because it's too hot, man. It's like 100 and something degrees with 80+% humidity. Nobody wants to be out there in that. My streams are 99% lurkies. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It does make it hard when you want to chat and you don't have anyone to chat with, but what's this? Ain't that the damn truth? I did see that. I liked it and retweeted it. I remember that. Of weird weather patterns, yeah. I wish we lived somewhere that it wasn't always just hot all the time. Like I see people that, like right now they're getting snow and stuff and I'm like, it's still like 80s to 90s here. Oh yeah, I saw that one too. So good. I say come here, but even I don't want to be here. Nobody wants us. If you're American, you're pretty much blacklisted from going anywhere. Nobody wants us in their country. And I don't really blame them. But I mean, I'm just talking like, our country is so big that I'm talking about places in our country that people are like having snow and cold weather and stuff already. Like up in the north or in the mountains or in the you know, Pacific Northwest, whatever. Like, their weather is drastically different from ours. In the 80s, sometimes gets the heat index mid. Yeah, that's, yeah, even right now, like, we will have a cold front come in and we'll have a few days of nice weather of like 60s and 70s, and then it'll get hot again. Yeah, you cannot live here and not have AC. You just can't. It's horrible. Even with AC, sometimes it's not enough. Somebody was about to get 12 feet, and that's not. Yeah, the weather in each state can vary so much. Places like Montana and Wyoming and stuff, I think, are getting snow right now. Yeah. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house the AC was running because we live in the South. That's a meme that always gets circulated around Christmas time, because it'll literally be 80 plus degrees on Christmas here. I was trying to look at like a country map. How do you look at? Yeah, up in looks like Montana and those states, it's like 20 degrees right now. 20, 26, snow. And yet here we're like 80 something. I was trying to figure out a way to blow that up.
Over the next couple of days. A pretty rainy day from the...
No, I don't care. I was trying to get this in like a big open image, a new tab maybe? So like, good example. So this is the United States. We're down here in this red zone. But yet look at the temperatures up here right now. Like, the weather is so drastically different. And I mean, they're obviously even hotter in Texas and that, but they get a dry heat. Our heat is like that muggy humidity, awful heat. It's like being in a swamp. But yeah, but that's what I'm saying, like the drastic differences from here to there, which granted, that's thousands of miles away. American temps, you just look like Armageddon temps, yeah. Yeah, it's like when it's hot, the air actually feels heavy. It's like being in a steam room or something. And you sweat just standing there because there's so much humidity in the air that as you're sweating, it doesn't evaporate. Because that's the thing, like if you go to Arizona or, you know, Texas, whatever, it'll be hot, but your sweat will be constantly evaporating because it's so dry there. But here, it just clings to you and it never evaporates. And that's actually why a lot of people around here end up getting a heat stroke, because that's how your body cools, is your sweat evaporating off your skin, and it doesn't do that here when it's that humid. We had to have a lot of like heat stress training at work because so many people were having issues, because they'd be like, oh, it's not that hot out, but it'd be like, for one, you're looking at the temperature, and if you just look at the straight temperature, it's not accurate because it'll say it's like 80. Well, with the heat index, it might be 95. And that high humidity like doesn't allow you to cool down. Huh? Gizmo, what are you doing? Gizmo. Hey. Stop being a weirdo. Talking human thermodynamics, yeah. It started getting worse and worse summers. It's almost like, you know, the globe is warming or something. It's almost like the climate is changing. Caught me on a hot summer day, oh god. Gizmo. can't play that. Gizmo, what is wrong with you? You're gonna push her right off, you know. That dog, I swear. Maybe you're on something. I don't know. Sounds like fake news to me. I know, but the audio started playing right away. I know what it is, though. I've seen that, so. Gizmo, come on, that's enough. Beat it. Well, I can't do anything. Huh? No. Gizmo. Now's your opportunity to move him. He's off again. Copyrighted music, yeah. The real danger to society, playing copyrighted music on live stream. Oh man. I tell you what, if that new streaming service is good when it comes out, I'm definitely planning on streaming there. If you guys haven't heard of it, where's the... And not because of DMCA, because like I said, I know that that's an issue that's not Twitch's issue, but still. Prefer the Minecraft parody songs? Minecraft? What's that? Promoted tweet from Assassin's Creed. No thank you. Now you said Minecraft, you can't take it back. Imagine somebody actually made a game called Minecraft and it's just Minecraft, but you're tiny. Yeah. $1 million idea. I don't know if they would copyright that, yeah. Yeah, like I said, that has nothing to do with the DMCA stuff. I'm just... The shady stuff that Twitch has done and continues to do with everything just does not make me feel good. And it's not a lot of stuff I want to get into, but if you've been following at all, you know that all the shady and terrible things that have come to light that involve Twitch or Twitch covered up or just didn't care about. So... What? I don't need to see him. Yeah, I think they will. I mean, right now it's like they have a Discord for visionaries and everyone's pretty much giving their input and what they think about things and all that, and they seem really open to wanting to hear everyone's opinions on everything. So I have high hopes. But again, that's why I said if it's good, I'm not just gonna jump ship just because, like, you know, if I was gonna do that, I would have done it already because there's other places I could go. What? Well, I don't know what you want me to do. I gave you the opportunity to move. You didn't. What is this retro game? It's called Not the Just Chatting Section. That's what it's called. We don't go there, okay? This is retro, okay? This is the retro gaming that's happening here. Hold on one second. I gotta deal with this dog. He's pushing his boundaries. Alright. I feel that in my heart. Yeah, I don't go to the just chatting section. I just want Twitch to do better. I know, that's what I want too, but unfortunately over the last year especially, they have been given plenty of opportunities to do better, and they are not doing better. That's the problem. But again, I'm not just gonna leave just because. Like, it's gotta be... the site has to be a good site, and it's gotta be everything that I want it to be. You don't have enough cleavage for the just chatting section anyways. You don't know that. Yeah, if any of you know anything about pit bulls, they like to sit on you. They're very, very cuddly dogs. It's extremely frustrating, and that's the problem. It's not that these things happened, it's that they're not doing anything. They're not fixing the problems. They don't seem to be trying. And that's all anybody wants to see. And the thing that upset me probably the most out of everything was when all that happened, with all the, you know, things coming to light about the harassment and, you know, straight up assault and all those other things, was that it was brought up that they knew about it all the way up to the CEO of Twitch, Emmett Shear, who basically laughed it off and said, oh, the things our partners get up to. Like, that's not something you say about sexual assault allegations. It's just not. Yeah, they have no concept of personal space. They want to be on your lap 24/7. Well, it's not. I don't think it's even so much that they have the illusion of them being a good company. I think that people are remembering what Twitch used to be back when it was Justin TV and when it was the early days of Twitch is not the same as what it is now. It's not the same. Yeah, I have to move him because she won't move him. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're definitely one of the worst, and it's... Yeah, it was somebody who worked there said it. It was like one of the VPs or something. Groove said that they were in a meeting, like an upper management meeting, and somebody said something about one of the things that happened, and that was literally his response. And then they just moved on from it, and it's like... And of course it all blew over and all is gone, and now nobody's talking about it anymore. Because that's the way these things go. Just like the one guy, what's his name? Hassan. The stuff that came up against him, and it was basically just kind of swept under the rug, and then like a couple months later he was banned off the platform, which leads everyone to assume that they fired the guy. But they never essentially addressed it. They just kind of hoped that it would go away on its own. Reminds me of Twitch Yukon. Streamer was drugged from the drink because all the drinks were on the table. Yeah, I heard about that too. Apparently there's a lot of that kind of stuff that happens. But he has to know his boundaries. Even Gizmo needs boundaries. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not coming from a place of, oh, you know, I think that I'm gonna go somewhere else because it's just gonna be better than Twitch. It's not. It's just they've done so many bad things, and they've made so many bad decisions, and they always put out these PR posts of, oh, we are going to do better and we want you to hold us accountable, and then when everyone tries to hold them accountable, they don't do a damn thing about it. And it's just so frustrating. May have been a shame movie. You've seen this new VR game, so much hype, yeah. Yeah, he put up a post. I just went to Emmett Shear's Twitter from, it was like back in July. He had put up a statement after that came out, which is basically just a bunch of, you know, exactly what you'd expect from him. And all the replies are like, you know, no one believes you. You're not holding people accountable. We're all watching right now, yeah, all this other stuff. But it's like, it's just If at some point you've heard my comments and felt that they were dismissive or that Twitch doesn't care, I'm sorry that happened, and I want you to know that in no way was that my intent. That was essentially his response to what people outed him for saying. If you heard my comments and felt that they were dismissive or that Twitch doesn't care, I'm sorry that happened. Yeah, right. So yeah. I don't see how that can be seen as anything else but dismissive and not caring. I'm sorry, that's your fault. You think that I said something wrong? Yeah. That sounds like the MTGers who had to come out and say how he was acting with fans at a con, yeah. I'm sorry you didn't like what I said, basically. It's that half-assed apology of like, I'm sorry that made you feel that way. It's like, I'm not sorry that I said it, but I'm sorry that you took offense to it, or whatever. But, you know, here we are. I mean, nobody's innocent. He didn't do it the right way anyway. I mean, the thing is he hadn't said anything about anything until after it was said that he made that comment, and then it was like, oh shit, I gotta say something. Which is why the responses were like, yeah, nobody believes you. Senator Camera Sign talk about how hard it is for him to make this video. Yeah, right. It's really hard for me to do this. Yeah, I gotta put some sad music. Make sure you talk about all the good things you've done to take away from the bad. I don't know. I said no. I know that no company is perfect. There's plenty of bad shit that's gone on with YouTube. Don't even get me started on Facebook, which is why we're kind of in the situation we're in. Sorry you can't see how based and poggers I am. Can we get some Bible thumps in the chat, please, for how hard this is for me? While he's doing the floss, oh god. Sarah McLaughlin, yeah. I will remember you. So guys, this is so sad. Can we please get 5 gifted subs in chat because of how bad the situation is right now? Facebook is just saying you need to keep because everyone's on it, but is that company? Yeah, the company is. So I said, don't even get me started on Facebook because that's a whole different thing. And the only reason I still do have a Facebook account is just because that's like the only way I have to contact my extended family. But I don't ever use, like, I hardly ever use it. The most I ever use it for really is to post on the stream page that I have for it, because there are a few people who follow that fairly religiously. Kind of mad that poggers has been added to the dictionary. What? Is it really? That's actually pretty awesome. Going mainstream. With Pog and a few more words, that's actually really cool. I have 2 good friends who I talk to exclusively through Messenger. Yeah, I mean, all my extended family and several of my like childhood friends that I've known since I was in like middle school. That's the only way I really have to talk to them.
Bruh.
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 Exactly. I have exactly one friend who only uses Messenger. I know, that's the thing, like, I mean, I never used Twitter before I started streaming, and that was because everyone who streamed pretty much used Twitter, so I started using Twitter. I was not much of a social media person. I had a MySpace back in the day, though. That's right. I had my MySpace, I had my top 8, yeah. You'd be lucky to be a part of that. Probably you. I'd imagine. The Twitter algorithm is eating my viewership. I don't even try to understand the algorithms for everything now. That's why I said, like, I'll post like a tweet that I think is really good and I'll get no engagement, and I'll basically like shit post something else and it'll blow up. My most liked tweet of all time was a GIF reply to the Doom account with like a random Doom GIF, and I got like 200 and something likes, and I was like, this is ridiculous. Yeah, it's actually fun and a novelty. Now it's everything that's terrible. I mean, I like social media. Hey, Corvina gifting a sub to the community. They went to Lou. Oh, nice. Thank you, Corvina. Can we please get some love in the chat? You're gonna have to do that. Oh. No, let me scroll back up and see what I missed. I only use Snapchat because all my old coworkers used to talk and post, so I joined in. Now that I quit, I haven't posted on Snapchat before. I literally only Snapchat Crystal. We Snapchat each other, and that's it. I also checked my Worgen post on the WoW Reddit and got 189 votes. Nice. Bring back ICQ. I used to use ICQ. I talked to some friends in Australia over ICQ. Bring back IRC chat. Actually, I think IRC chat's still a thing. I just don't use it anymore. Like Twitter because it's allowed me to meet some fun people and interact. It's a good way to network, yeah. Well, that's why I said that was the whole reason I joined Twitter, was because of streaming. I used to use all of them. I used Yahoo Messenger, MSN Messenger, ICQ, AOL Messenger. I used like all of them. Yeah, it was a joke. It's like a meme. Anytime something happens, like, oh, that was such a great play. Can we get some gifted subs in chat for that? Or, oh man, that sucks. Can we get some gifted subs in chat for that? There was a video about it. It was funny. It does exist with a very select group of people. Yeah, I used to use IRC chat all the time when I played Counter-Strike and stuff. Most like Tweet was doing a screen grab of a streamer at like 700,000 followers. Tweet got 1.1 thousand likes. I don't even know, like, I'm assuming that Doom one was my most popular tweet ever, but I don't honestly even know. I don't ever check my Twitter analytics anymore. Most I've had on Twitter was for a free raffle. Oh yeah, I had a lot when I gave away some games once on Twitter. I never did that again. Now I just give them to you guys. He seems to on his stream. That's so poggers. Gonna get a hype train. I disabled the hype train as soon as it was released. The second that came up, I disabled it. And if you didn't know, there is Twitter analytics so you can see what all your stuff is. Yeah, I found that one day, just perusing. I got a lot in August when I gave away those Fall Guys keys, though. That tweet earned 41,000 impressions. Yeah, I disabled the hype train as soon as it was launched because I don't like things like that. I don't want people to feel pressured into spending money in the channel. I don't like that. It seemed really disingenuous. Oh, my tweet about when I found my retro games got 63 likes. Yeah, you guys gotta make your own hype train. I don't know, I mean, you guys know that I don't try to make money off of, like, I don't try to make a living off of streaming. Any money that I make off of streaming, I always try to put back into it to make it better or to get stuff for it. No, not 69. I always forget to use Instagram. I've been trying to get better, but I actually took a picture of another game earlier so I could post on Instagram, and I forgot. I was gonna start taking pictures of my games with my nice camera and post them on Instagram, use it for that. I think the best use of hype trains when they play into it and call it like a scam train, yeah. I mean, my thing is, like, first and foremost, we raise money for charity. Which is why, you know, most of the time, I always will push the charity and I'll never bring up subbing or giving bits or tipping or anything like that. Beyond that, if people want to do something, you know, gifting games is a great thing to do. And, you know, whatever. But I want people to do those things because they want to, not because they feel like they need to be part of the community. I guess after a certain point they don't show you your analytics anymore, because I tried to scroll back further and it's not telling me anything anymore. What's this people?
Disappointed!
It's true though. It's rad because it takes a lot of effort that could be putting in something else. Twitter comes naturally because I should post like a demon whenever I'm bored anyway. Yeah, I mean that's the hard thing. What? Hey Lou, how are you? Yeah, Corvina gifted you a sub earlier. Did your sub run out? Oh. Oh, it does that sometimes, yeah. No worries, we've just been chatting. Like, literally been chatting for over 2 hours. This is kind of crazy. I've never done a stream where we just talked the whole time. But yeah, I mean, the thing about Twitch is there's no good way to grow on Twitch without really growing somewhere else. Like, unless you get a good raid or host or something and you're able to, you know, get new people from that, or you become part of another community and then you kind of get some people to come in from that. Like, it's really hard to grow on Twitch without utilizing social media or YouTube or something else to do that. Yeah, tonight was a night I really just needed to talk, to be honest with you, because the whole things with Twitch have been weighing on me for a while, and trying to feel that whole situation out. The love in the chats, exactly. All the love. Instead of playing games seems to be a thing in the SFC team. Hey, this is new for me, okay? I don't talk for an hour and a half before I play a game every time I stream like some people who will not be named. And I wouldn't have it any other way. So he doesn't try to talk to me later. Ouch. We talk all the time. Ours pretty much have to hope for raids or hosts because we're usually at the bottom of the art section where we're doomed to be piled into one subject. I can see that for sure. It's like when I stream World of Warcraft, I know that nobody's ever going to find my stream. Yeah, who would do that? I don't know. Definitely not anybody in the chat right now. I was like, talk to me, and I just got all my talkies at work because I talk to 5-10-year-olds. I mean, it's like that sometimes. It is. Thing is I feel like I usually talk about stuff that other people don't care about, so. Networking is fun, but I'm really always careful because I don't want to end up feeling like I'm just using people to get views on my own channel. I mean, it's definitely something that's hard to, like, you don't want people to feel that way, but if you're just genuinely there to be there and to be part of the community and support, then I don't think it comes off that way. Fuck talks before they play a game, wankers, right? I think kids take less effort to talk to sometimes, yeah. Well, because kids will talk to you genuinely about anything. Like, they can go on for an hour about something that excites them, and it's really cool. Childcare for school-age kids for like 10 years now. Nice. Well, because I give them food and I like Pokemon and can dab. There you go. I know it was funny when like my nephew was getting into Pokemon cards and talking about it, and like little did he know that I had Pokemon card like boxes from when I was a kid. She's gonna tell you what he said that day. But yeah, like I have my Pokemon cards from when I was a kid, you know, like my first edition Pokemon cards still. I have some Power Rangers trading cards too, actually, that I still have from when I was a kid. I've been trying to channel some of the energy and confidence I get when messing around with the kids and bring it to the stream. I mean, definitely. I don't know why I stream. Like, I've never been that kind of person, like that kind of outgoing person or person who wanted to be like an entertainer or anything. I have no idea why I got into streaming. They have an agenda, they want presents. Say ridiculous shit because I know they'll laugh anyway, but I think I can use it. Yeah. Nephew was telling me one day about Pokemon. I was like, yeah, my friends think Pokemon is something new they don't believe. I mean, it's old and it was around back in the 1900s. Yeah. Back in the 1900s when we were young. Well, that's the thing, like I started with YouTube and I did pretty well with YouTube. Like I was actually getting a lot of views and like a lot of subscribers and stuff, and when I found Twitch I kind of killed my YouTube channel because of it. But like I had videos that had, you know, thousands of views and was getting subscribers on the regular and stuff. Gonna steal video, I was like, mine's broken, I just applied to a job that I could really do for once. Well, we're gonna send you all the luck. I don't know if you want my luck, but I'll send it to you anyway. You got this. We believe. You gotta try streaming. It was a shock to how much I like it. It is. I mean, that was how I got hooked on it, because when I first went to somebody's stream, the idea of being able to interact in real time was just amazing to me. Like being able to ask somebody a question about the game they were playing, which at the time was Final Fantasy 14, and be able to have them be able to tell me and show me in real time. I was like, that's awesome. It's fun to chat with people and play a game from behind a screen 100 miles away. Yeah. Play Mortal Kombat with a friend in Vietnam. Struggle to stream, man, just sucks us from work and my kids are keeping me running. Oh, it's hard to want. There are some days when like I don't want to stream, and it's not because I don't want to hang out with you guys, it's not because I don't want to do it, it's just like I'm so drained mentally from work and everything in life that I'm just like, I don't feel like I have the energy for it. Honestly, I don't think I work. Twitch viewers are usually very high intelligent people who don't laugh at, or don't only laugh at the most sophisticated humor. You've seen the video of that dude farting? So funny. And he's better than minus a few times. A character designer placed a period that is in the US. Well, we're gonna send you all the luck, my friend. I want only the best things for our Kami. Or have what? I don't steal your jokes.
I sit here and I say shit and then you
This is a liar. She's always stealing my jokes. Yes, so we're always down for the dad jokes. But yeah, I really liked making YouTube videos, and I think sometimes that I probably would have done better with YouTube than I have with Twitch if I had stuck with YouTube, but you never know. What do you call a boomerang that doesn't work? A stick. I love it. That's why I got the microphone that doesn't allow people to hear you. That nice dynamic microphone that doesn't pick you up that well. But yeah, I used to make WoW videos and like little comedy videos and stuff back in the day on YouTube, and I was doing pretty good at it before. And I've done a few, like I did a few recent videos that actually did really well. I did one, it's been a few years now, but like it was while I was streaming on Twitch for Final Fantasy 11, and that's up to almost 21,000 views on YouTube now. I don't know how, I don't know why, but and I did some like Star Wars videos last year, I think it was. No, it was this year. It was 6-7 months ago, and one of them has 2,700 views, another one has 1,600 views. Like if I actually put in the work, I can do pretty well on YouTube, but the problem is finding the time to put in the work. Yeah, it's a lot more work. Couple streaming should be something I'll try, like New Year's Eve or Valentine's Day. I've told her before that we could do some kind of like a co-stream or something sometime. What's this comedy night? You perform stand-up comedy in front of a virtual crowd of real people online who can cheer, boo, and heckle you. Oh my god, that sounds horrible. I would do terrible at that. I started playing Final Fantasy XIV. Final Fantasy XIV is an amazing game. It's really good. I miss it a lot. This animation done back for test streaming again Monday. I want some Kami streams. If you guys aren't following Kami, make sure you do that. I'm not good at making jokes. I'm no comedian. I make jokes based off of things that are happening currently. Reactive humor, as it were. You know our cruise video has over 700 views? The video that I made literally just to show our family and put it on YouTube, it's got 717 views. That's crazy. So the bad red hoping stream will help me loosen some motivation. I have to cut back on the hobo beard I've gained from isolation. And what does this look like? This is my hobo beard. I haven't even been shaving this part lately. You have a pretty laughable stream going. Ha! But probably, yeah, because I put Carnival Ecstasy in like that's like the first word, so people were probably searching for that specifically. We will go again one day when it's safe and things are hopefully back to normal again. I mean, I'm eventually gonna have to shave. I wish it would just grow longer. It just feels like it's growing thicker. Like it grows pretty long, but like it's so curly that it just kind of stays all in one spot. Like if I stretch it out, it's actually pretty long. After COVID, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once things are, I mean, there hasn't even been sailings going. Like, yeah, they're all canceled like March or April of next year. So because mine's not fully grown, it's majority on the chin area because I keep messing with it. It bends one direction, yeah. Like beards unite. Hey, at least I can grow, you know, this, and it goes all the way up. My beard connects, damn it. Goes all the way. At least I have that going for me. If your beard doesn't connect, then how can we? Oh, Disney cruise, yeah, they're so expensive. We talked about that before, that would be something we would love to do, but woof, Disney cruise is like twice as much or more as any other cruise. Well, not any other cruise, because there are luxury cruises, but like a regular cruise line. That'd be so fun. We talked about that before when we came back from our last cruise. We were all talking about that, how it would be so fun if we could do something like that. Yeah, like the Carnival cruises are cheap, and it's not that they're cheap because like they're crappy. It's because basically they get you on the ship cheap so that they hope you'll spend money on the ship on alcohol and gambling and like excursions and all the extra stuff. So like you can get a nice cruise like 4 or 5 days for under $1,000 a person, but you know, if anything, if I come over inevitably to Florida, we gotta go to Disney World. I've never been to Disney World. I've always wanted to go. What do you mean inevitably? Like you are definitely going to Florida for something? Or just for Disney World? Play a little mini game with you. What's that? We were smart, we didn't. We bought a few drinks and gambled like $10 and spent nothing else, yeah. Well, we did spend the money on Build-A-Bear. I know, I mean, yeah, we didn't technically. It was a gift from Michael and Tracy, but that was still money spent. I know, they're awesome. I have my penguin build. You guys want to see my penguin Build-A-Bear from our cruise? Hold on. I'll get both of them. I'll get Crystal's too. Okay, so yeah, we did the Build-A-Bear on the cruise. This is my Build-A-Bear. This is Mr. Chili. He's awesome. He's got the little Build-A-Bear logo. He's heavy. They stuffed him big time, and he's awesome. As you guys know how I am about my bears and my penguins. So that's Mr. Chili. And then Crystal, because these ones are ones you can get because of a partnership with Dr. Seuss and Carnival, Crystal got a Cat in the Hat. Who's very cool. And he's really big too. And Crystal also has a Poppy from Trolls Build-A-Bear, but that was from the store in Augusta. I love Disney. It's been 5 years since my last solo adventure, and there's a new Frozen ride. Yeah, I really want to see. I told Crystal if we ever go, I'm making my own lightsaber at Disney World. Hello, Gizmo. Can I help you? See that? Here's her Poppy from Trolls. Build-A-Bear. I don't know if she has the thing on her. Yes, she does. The little thing on her hand too. Her dress and her slippers.
But like her head's like just all over like
I know, yeah, they didn't put enough stuff in them. Yeah, I really want to do the lightsaber shop there. What's a bad character from WoW? I'm playing Pokemon Crystal. A bad character from WoW? Oh no. Gizmo, what are you doing?
I would have put.
Oh yeah, I don't remember what the bat's name was. There you go. But yeah, the cruise was really fun. I really want to go on one again. It would be great to do a Disney one if we could ever afford it. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I really want to go to Disney World. Alright, hold on, I'll scroll back up, Pew. I got excited we started talking about that stuff and I wanted to show off my Build-A-Bear. Unlike console, Stadia doesn't take up any space. How do you think it ends? How do I think it ends? Doesn't take up any space. I don't know. Doesn't take up any space on your hard drive? I don't know. Yeah, the trolls have their various animal gods. You throw it in the garbage and life becomes unbearable. Oh man. I don't doubt it. So I said now Amazon is trying to do their own version of Stadia. It's not new. I mean, the troll gods had avatars in ZG back in Classic. I mean, that's what Hakar was. You don't pay attention to the lore. It goes back far. Yeah, he wasn't in the game until MBFA, but they existed back that far. Because there was that one boss in ZG that was like oh god, what was it? I gotta look. Yeah, the priests and priestesses. Which one was it? Yeah, High Priestess Jeklik. The High Priestess of Harik, the Batloa. And that was in Classic. I knew it was there somewhere. Annoying amount of WoW lore in my head. I have enough. Ragnaros the Quilava, Ysera, Togepi, Tyrande as a Caterpie, Sylvanas the Bellsprout. But yeah. That's the... And there was one for like each one, for like the tiger and the serpent and the raptor and all that. She wasn't the... Hakar was the last boss. Hakar the Soul Flayer. But yeah, she was... I forget what order you did. You didn't do her first, I know that. I think Jindo the Hexer was the second to last, depending on how you do it. He's optional though, so you don't actually have to kill him. Yeah, there was the snake boss, the tiger boss, the raptor boss, the bat boss, the spider boss, Bloodlord Mandakir, Jindo the Hexer. What else am I missing? Oh, the Panther boss. That's right. Wasn't the Panther boss, or was the Panther boss in the new one? I can't remember. Panther was a stealth one. Yeah, yeah, that must be the new one. Good old World of Warcraft. Yeah, I never did get the new ZG mounts. I got the Tiger mount from original ZG. I never got the Raptor. But I mean, I'm happy that I got the Tiger before it went away for good. I always forget to do dungeons for stuff like that. I forget that there's so many like mounts and other things you can get from dungeons, from old dungeons. And yeah, transmog stuff and whatnot. I always think about doing raids when I think about doing old content. I always forget about the dungeons. When we gonna play something together sometime? I mean, we can play stuff together pretty much anytime. I know we didn't get a chance to play Divinity well, we played Divinity on Sunday, but I'd like to get back together again for Divinity. It'd be nice to play some more World of Warcraft together as well. I'm still trying to figure out what to do in Shadowlands. I don't know what to do, because Dark Raven and his wife are going to be playing Horde. Kami, I think you said you were going to be mainly playing Alliance, right? But you were going to play Horde too. Seeing as Pew seems to be slowly corrupting. Play the game. I'm hybrid. Well, I was trying to think, because like I know they're going to be playing Horde. Crystal and I always play both, no matter what. It just depends on what we play first. If we level Horde first or level Alliance first. So far I've only made one ally, so I lean towards Horde. Yeah, and I mean that also depends, Pew Pew, if you actually decide to subscribe and, you know, keep playing. I play where there are more friends playing. Well, I was just trying to figure out, because like if we play... Yeah, I definitely want to do Animal Crossing Halloween. We had talked about that, for sure. But yeah, like I want to be able to play where we can do stuff together. And it would be nice if we had, you know, a complete group or close to a complete group to do it with. Worgens have my heart in a vice, I know. Well, like I said, we're gonna play both either way. Because Crystal's the same way with her Draenei Shaman. It's like she loves that Shaman and she will never not play it. We'll have a bunch of level 20s before that. The plan is to sub at least 1 month to see if it sticks, yeah. Oh yeah, I would definitely get as much as you can out of the trial first. But that's, yeah, that's kind of where I'm torn. So like, I want to level first where we're gonna be like playing together at first, so we have that chance. Being 40 on the Warrior, grats! I'll finally max this class. I love the Warrior, but I never end up playing one at the end game, unfortunately. I did do a bunch of Mythic Pluses on my Warrior though, this expansion. But that's awesome, you're a leveling machine. I finished getting my Rogue to 50 and my Alliance Paladin also was like 48 now. I was trying to get it to where I had every class on both Horde and Alliance so I could play either one. You know, play either faction and still be able to play the class that I wanted, but it's proving difficult. Especially because I don't have a lot of things on Horde. I think I only have like 5 classes max level on Horde. My alt powers are immeasurable. I stick videos and streams on just chill level. That's the best way to do it, man. It really is. I'll probably get on WoW here after I'm done streaming, because it's already been almost 3 hours. I can't believe we sat here and talked for 3 hours, you guys. This is craziness. Leveling a Stranglethorn Veil was a weird feeling. Why is that? Because you're so low level, or because it's different? I started Warrior on Horde today because it's one of the only things I don't have on Horde. Yeah. Yeah, you have that boost you can use for something too. Yeah, I like Legion. Also, I decided to do Legion on my Paladin to finish leveling to 50, and it just so happened when I went there was an invasion going on, so I got a ton of experience from that. I did make an Orc Warrior. I have so many Orcs. I think Orcs are to me what Worgen are to you. I love Orcs. I don't ever get tired of playing Orcs, especially since they added the Mag'har. Because of the low level, I never really leveled in Stranglethorn, always just an area to pass by. Well, leveling in Stranglethorn back in the day on a PvP server was a death sentence. Like, it was just death from every side. I was gonna make a Worgen monk, I didn't even know that you couldn't. I was so upset, because I needed an Alliance monk. There's very few things I don't already have on Alliance. No, I don't. Ring? The arena? Oh. I think so, yeah. Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah, that was a long time ago. That would have been like, yeah. So the reason why I skip 99% of it all the time. Mag'har and Kultirans and other allied can. I call BS. Yeah, it's really weird that Worgen and Goblins can't be monks, but like everybody else can. Yeah, you can do raids as a group. You can do raids solo now. They changed that a while ago. You don't have to be in a raid group for raids anymore. If you do it at max level though, for like Arthas, you'll be vastly disappointed because you blow through it so fast. Can't even complain about the model because like they put the animations on all races, yeah. Yeah, I was gonna make a Worgen monk and I unfortunately realized that I wasn't gonna be able to. I want to blow through it, put on the list of all the cool raids at one point. We love doing the old raids, so you won't have to twist our arm. We do old raids all the time. I need to unlock Kultirans still. I haven't unlocked Kultirans or Mechanomes. I've unlocked all the Horde races and the rest of the Alliance races. Yeah, the Kultiran Druid forms are awesome. If I didn't already have a max level Druid, I would be all about a Kultiran Druid. Yeah, we do them mainly for transmog and stuff. And like the Legion ones, you can get like special artifacts and things from them. Like artifact appearances for your weapons. Also for transmog. That's why I said we're always down to do that stuff. And then like I do sometimes ICC and Aldir and stuff for Ulduar for the mounts to try to get the mounts. I'm still trying to get Mimiron's head and Invincible. I don't try as much as I should. I would definitely make a Kultiran, I think, if I had the race unlocked, but I still have to do a bunch to unlock them. Mythic Nightmare equals the cool shiny armors, yeah. The mythic raids have really cool transmogs. Yeah, the heck yeah, Pew Pew, we're down to do that. I really want to do a lot of the Legion ones because there's a lot of really awesome transmog stuff in Legion. Finally got the Spooky Lantern DIY just barely in Animal Crossing. Nice. Kultiran Shaman is awesome. I made a Dark Iron Dwarf Shaman, who I love. He's got that fiery beard. That's the hard thing for me is like I have just about everything already on Alliance. So like if I made a Kultiran, Monk would be about the only thing I could really make and play. Yeah, the heritage armor for Kultirans is awesome. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna do something on Halloween. We're gonna do the Animal Crossing stuff. For sure. Halloween's on like a Saturday this year, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So that's actually good. Playing my last ally character, a Worgen Rogue. I have a level 10 Worgen Rogue that I would level, except for the fact that I already have a level 50 Alliance Rogue. And which is my original Rogue from Vanilla and I can't replace. Because nostalgia. It's really the only reason why. Which is kind of crazy if you think about it, because like you don't lose anything by not playing that character anymore. Because everything is account wide now. All the transmog stuff that I got from that rogue, I can get on a new rogue. The only thing I really can't get is the PvP titles from Classic that are character only. So like it's kind of dumb for me to say, oh, I can't replace it when I easily could, but I'm really weird with nostalgia. I've got, I think, 16 or 17 candies. Still got Demon Hunter and Death Knights due, but they're 40. I have... See, the thing is, on Alliance, I have... At 50, I've got Demon Hunter, I've got Death Knight, I've got Warrior, I've got Rogue, I've got Druid, I've got Hunter. Paladin's at 48. What else? I don't know. I guess I could just open WoW and look, but... Well, we can open a game for the last 5 minutes of the stream to take a look. Focus on healers and casters, then ranged, yeah. Does leveling doesn't take long, near as long as it used to anymore, period. Let's see. Let's see, so on Alliance I've got my 50 Death Knight, 50 Demon Hunter, 50 Hunter, 50 Warrior, 50 Druid, 50 Shaman, 50 Rogue, 48 Paladin, and 41 Priest. Those are all my high level characters. I do have a monk that's level 35, but he's a dwarf, and I don't really have any attachment to him. And then I've got some pandas that I don't play anymore either. Rip pandas, Rip Moonshine. He was loyal. And there's my Worgen Rogue that I made, who was totally badass. I mean, I guess I could level him. This is my rogue from Vanilla WoW. Used to be a human, but we don't talk about that. Back to regular time, it still lets me purchase a piece of candy each day again, yeah. I have so many pumpkins. Yeah, I made him when my sub was out and I couldn't play any of my characters, so I made him as just a way to play WoW. I got on him after the update and changed his lookup some. Gave him the glowing red eyes and all that. My mage used to be Draenei, now human. I did so many race changes back in the day, it's not even funny. Back when I worked at the Otter place and I had lots of disposable income, I wasted a lot of it on race changes in World of Warcraft. I do also have a mage on another server. But he's a gnome. Don't judge me. He's 41. Don't judge my gnome. I was experimenting. Smells like allied trash. So rude. And there's my orc warrior in all his glory. He's so badass. With the updated looks. From Draenei to Troll to Panda. Yeah, I don't even know how many times some of my characters have changed. My Death Knight I know has been at least 4 different races. Yeah, no, your first character was a human warlock that you still have. Yeah. And there's this is my orc monk who I also I just changed to female. Because, I mean, look at her. She's awesome. And I do have a hunter that's level 40, and a priest that's 37, and an undead rogue. I have so many characters, it's not even funny. Why they never went the 14 route? What do you mean? And then, of course, Area 52 is where most of my horde are. My Zandalari Troll Paladin, my Undead Warlock, my Mag'har Orc Rogue, my regular Orc Shaman, and then my Death Knight and my Demon Hunter, who both need to be leveled up. Make one character have all the classes. I mean, I think at this point it would be like that would require a whole expansion in itself to redo that, and people would probably honestly be upset about it because they'd be like, I put in all this work to all these characters and now it's useless. Oh, I love my Zandalari Paladin. He's awesome. He's in the front running to be my main horde character in Shadowlands. Yeah, that's unfortunately US and EU are still separated, so you got to make sure that you're getting the US stuff. US codes and US subscription. Rebuild my army of healers on horde. So far it's my shaman. Yeah, I have my shaman. But see, I don't have a lot of the other classes, which is why like I made a druid to level. I've got a priest to level. My Volpura. Made a Mag'har Orc Hunter. I made a whatever this race is mage. I already forgot what they're called. And then this is the hunter I was playing with you guys the other day. This is a warrior I started to level and then abandoned because I already had a warrior. And I was like, no, I'm not doing it again. An orc warrior, my shaman, and my monk, yeah. Unfortunately, like, my warrior and my monk are on the other server. I don't want to pay to have them move to this server. So they just stay over there. But yeah, you can tell I like orcs. I got a lot of orcs. And 2 more orcs on the other server. I do love this warlock though too. I played him a lot. Membrane the Insane. I need a warlock on Alliance. I've not gotten around to leveling one. So dumb question. Tempted to make an undead something. Undead are cool. I like undead for certain classes, not for others though. Undead warlock just seems super fitting. If I pick the 6 month sub, how does it work? If you pick 6 months, you pay 6 months in advance. So yeah, you're paying all 6 months up front. Undead are the best horde race. Meh. I'm gonna have to disagree on that. Orcs are the best horde race. Yeah, she's biased. Big biased. Orcs are the backbone of the horde. They created it. They shaped it. Tauren used to be my favorite until they updated the character models. I was honestly just not a fan of the updated Tauren models. I hate to say it. Mainly the faces. The faces bothered me a lot. I actually have a Tauren Death Knight that I made. I was gonna replace the Blood Elf Death Knight with him. And of course, since he's a Death Knight, I had to give him green fur. My original Horde character was also a Tauren, my Tauren warrior. He was my first Horde 60 back in vanilla. The upright Tauren art. Gotta head out. Alright, my friend. You have a good night. I'm about to hop off here pretty quick. It's been over 3 hours. Beefy. Indeed they are. But yeah, as you can see, I've unlocked all the Horde races. Just not Kultirans or Mechanomes. What are these called? Nightborn. I always forget what they are. High Mountain Tauren. But at the time they couldn't be Death Knights, or I would have gone High Mountain. Now they can if you have Shadowlands, which I don't. I still don't have Shadowlands. The ones I haven't unlocked, that's Kultirans, which are the beefy humans, essentially. And the Mechanomes, which are just gnomes, but with mechanical parts. But look at their cat form when it pops up. Look at that. How awesome is that? All their druid forms are really cool. So it actually tells you for this I have to get the achievement Nation United, Tides of Vengeance, and then you have to go to the embassy to recruit them. You see, yeah, you can see why.
What?
I was thinking about doing Kultiran Monk when I unlock them. Yeah, the Vulpira. I have a Vulpira priest. I like the Vulpira too. He didn't even notice what your character looked like. That's great. Yeah, I like the Vulpira. And of course the Zandalari Troll, which is what my paladin is. So for the allied races, you have to get to max level in BFA, and then you have to do certain things for them. It doesn't tell you because I already have them unlocked, but each of them has their own requirement. They did get rid of the reputation requirement, though. It used to have to be exalted with like a certain faction, but they actually took that away. So the requirements are less than they used to be. But yeah, you have to have a level 50 character. I think you have to like complete the war campaign in BFA, and I'm not sure what else. That's what I'm saying. I wish Worgens could be monks. I really do. I went to make one, and I was very upset that I couldn't. And then I checked Goblin, and they can't either, so I guess it makes sense, but... Because, yeah, I have almost all these classes besides the casters. I don't have a high-level warlock. So, like, I could do Worgen warlock, but if I do a Worgen, I wanted to do a fighter. $50 is the new max right now. It'll be $60 when Shadowlands comes out. They don't have a date yet. It was supposed to come out like next week, but they delayed it, and people are guessing it's going to be probably November sometime, maybe even December with the way things are going. Yeah, they squished everything, so all the levels were brought down. So like anybody who was 120 got dropped to 50. And then like these characters that are 40s were like 102, 10 whatever. Rumors are end of November. I mean, I hope so. I'm ready to play. Well, yeah, I mean, when the expansion comes out, everyone's gonna be jumping in to get leveled up, and they've got the new Covenant system, so everyone's gonna be working on their Covenant stuff and all that. But yeah, the leveling to level 50 now is a lot faster than it was to level to 120. My 41 pally's 18 now, yeah. Yeah, it's like this priest that's 14 now was like 32 or something before. This Death Knight that's 26 was like 60 something. If I don't get the expansion, I don't even know for sure if I want to keep on playing. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously no one expects you to pay for the expansion when you're not even set on playing yet. That's why I suggested to do the trial first. If you get to the point where you can't go any further on the trial and you want to keep playing, then, you know, go ahead and pay for the sub. Then you have access to literally everything but Shadowlands just by paying for the sub. So you have like a whole month you can just level things and play things and see if it's something you want to keep doing. And yeah, I would not get Shadowlands until you have bare minimum 1 to 2 characters at max level and you decide that you still want to keep going. Pickle, if you guys play Shadowlands, I'll most likely enjoy the game much less without you, but at the same time, I obviously don't want you guys to just not play Shadowlands. I mean, just because we have Shadowlands doesn't mean we just wouldn't play with you anymore. I mean, it's just, you know, everyone's going to be ready to level and do all the new stuff. But we would still, you know, I still have characters to level. I wasn't planning on leveling this druid anymore, like, without you guys. This was gonna be my dude to level with, you know, you guys when we played together. And alcoholic, I still have characters I need to make. Yeah, that's definitely not gonna be a worry. Not to mention that, you know, with the level sync thing, you can play together at pretty much any level. So even if, you know, we play someone who's in like the 40s, we can still play with your character who's 20. And just use the level sync. Yeah, so I mean, I'm planning on leveling this guy with you anyway, because I have him, Crystal Header Priest. We figured we would just keep them as, you know, characters to level with you and with Kami. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you decide to sub, we're gonna play with you. Most people are chill with restarting with friends. Friend I play Final Fantasy 14 with made a new character on Primal to play. That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, I think so. I think it's a lot of gold, but I think you can use gold and exchange it for Battle.net balance, which you could use to pay for Shadowlands, but I think it's a lot. I thought I remembered somebody saying you could exchange like the gold for the WoW token for Battle.net balance. Yeah, I still need to get, I mean, well, you can see I still need to get the expansion myself. Yeah. Alright guys, well I think I'm gonna go ahead and head off here. It's been actually over 3 hours. It's been about 3 hours and 14 minutes. So I am going to call it a night. It's been really great chatting with you guys. I honestly can't believe that I was able to just sit here and talk for 3 hours. And I wouldn't have without you guys here to talk to, so I appreciate you all very much. Good plan, it's 2 AM almost, I'm still wowing, oh no. Well, if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna send a raid over to Lucha. You know how we do, support the Streamers for Cause team. If you want to hop on in, say hello, and show the love, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, you guys have a good rest of your night, have a good day tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow night, play some games, we'll have some fun. I know I had a lot of fun chatting with you guys, and yeah, we're gonna do, as soon as we get a nice cool night again on like a Friday or a Saturday, we're gonna do the fire stream, hang out and chat and watch the fire. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Hop on over, say hi to Alti, I'd appreciate it. But you guys have a good one. I will see you back here tomorrow night. We'll have some fun. Otherwise, take care.